big pumped about this shadow drop.
Shadow drop.
Yeah, shadow
that you've been
drop.
talking about since October.
Since even longer than that, really. But big pumped about this shadow drop.
Do you think they would have waited to release it, or do you think they shadow dropped it just because of all the leaks in the last couple of days before it?
That's a great question. I feel like maybe a mix of both. I don't know. Like,
Because I mean, to be fair, they could have still planned on shadow dropping it because I mean, it came out in really good. What word am I thinking of? Condition.
Yeah, really.
Because I mean, I
condition.
haven't come across with the bit I've played a whole lot of like glitches or whatnot that wasn't stuff already left in that
like those
people
stuff
knew
we already
about.
knew about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more of like they always planned on shadow dropping it, and it was trying to find the date to do it, and it's probably they're just like, dude, if people won't shut up, we got to just do it.
Yeah, just gotta get it out there, bro.
Because it's clearly been ready for a while.
Yeah. Which that's been the reports for like literally about, I'm not shitting you, about a year now. That, hey, Virtual Studios is doing this and it's ready. They just got a back pocket. They're basically pulling Nintendo in this situation. Which honestly, this is one of those remasters where it's like a remaster done right. You know, where it's basically like a remake more than a remaster because of the amount of love they put into it, just how it looks.
The way I described it to a buddy of mine when I was talking to him is, it's a remake, but they don't like the connotation that comes with remake.
Right, so they call it a remaster.
So they call it they completely remade the game in Unreal 5.
Yep.
But took the time to put in all of that, like 2008, 2006 jank.
Yeah, it's 2006.
Yeah, they took the time to figure out how to put the 2006 jank into it.
Yeah.
Yep. Which, you know, I also just love like the, you know, little additions they've added, you know, because one thing is they've added the Throat of the World. You can actually see it in this game, which you could not in the original because it did technically exist in the original. So you can actually see the Throat of the World, so that's pretty cool. They've added just some random memes and references. They've got a Star Wars Episode 3 reference. Shout out to that. I saw that on Twitter earlier. If you go, I don't remember. I think they said it's by the first Oblivion gate in Kvatch, I think is what they said. If you go up to like this like pool of lava thing somewhere, there's like a burnt corpse that's halfway in the lava and halfway in the land. I'm just like, oh, shout out to Anakin. But no, I mean, dude, just the amount of love that they put into this game, and it makes me so happy to see everyone that has not played Oblivion play it for the first time, and that's only played Skyrim, because it's also just like, you know, just seeing how much there was in Skyrim. It's just like a bunch of little things. Like one of my favorite things about Oblivion is the custom class stuff. I love that. I think it's super cool.
Yep, I'm currently playing a Fister.
Oh, nice. Shout out to the Fister. But, you know, just the amount of love that they have put in this, and getting to see everyone get to play Oblivion for the first time. Because I'm an Oblivion guy. I prefer Oblivion over Skyrim. Now, while I will admit, like all of like the side like faction stories in Skyrim, all of those in Skyrim are better. Like all of them are. The College of Winterhold's better. I can't remember the name, but basically the Fighters Guild, the werewolf stuff, that's better. Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, those are better.
I think that was the Champions Guild.
Yeah, the Champions Guild. Yeah, all of those storylines are better than the storylines in Oblivion. But like the main story of Oblivion, the Shivering Isles, Knights of the Nine, all of those. Give me all three of those over anything in Skyrim. I love those stories. Shivering Isles is one of my favorite DLCs ever. Which I cannot wait to jump back into it. I saw like in the reveal trailer like Shergorath and stuff. God, he looks so good.
Yep, because all the DLCs with the remaster.
Yeah. So I mean, this is such an incredible drop. And you know, if it's someone like me that you've played, an ungodly amount of time. For me on my old Xbox account, I don't have access to got every achievement. Got that 1,000 gamer score. It's nice to just kind of hop in and pop into while, whenever I'm done with Expedition in between games kind of thing. But I was so giddy getting on the game for the first time and spent the incredible amount of time building my character, because God bless, I love the characters I'm seeing people make. God bless the character creators, incredible.
See, I don't really care about character creation, so I just went default. I'm currently, because it's a build I just never did in the original Oblivion, I'm running around as a Wood Elf focused on hand-to-hand.
Nice. Gotta throw them hands. See, I love playing Fallout with hand-to-hand. That's my favorite way to play Fallout. It's just running around the map beating people up. That is my favorite way to play Fallout games.
I don't know about in Fallout, because, I mean, in this one, just because there's no VAT system, I'd actually have to punch them and whatnot. But just after every fight, just walking out and then just going outside of town and just covered in blood. blood on the fist.
Right.
Everything's good to go.
Yep. No, the remaster is incredible, man.
See,
it really is.
The first, besides the remaster drop, the immediate first thing I saw was everyone reposting the "Stop, criminal scum!"
Right.
the remixes of all that stuff.
Yep. No, I'll be looking forward to hearing your thoughts on Oblivion whenever you end up like really getting into it. You know, since it's your first time, I'll be excited to hear your thoughts on the overall game as you further get into it. You know, whenever you get a chance to.
Here's the wild thing: Oblivion is still the only Elder Scrolls game I've played.
Really?
Yeah, I never touched Skyrim. Never played Morrowind.
Man, I want to give Morrowind another shot. You know, I have not tried Morrowind since pretty
rough.
Yeah, I know
Morrowind is rough.
Well, see, the thing is, I feel like my brain now as an adult is more open to going back to older games and trying to learn them. Whenever I tried Morrowind, I was in the mindset of, oh wow, this is so much worse than Oblivion. I'm not going to play this because I was just a teenager, right? But I feel like now, like I go back to older games more now than I did when I was a kid. So I feel like I could probably give it a shot, but we'll see because I do know it's rough. I do know the game. I was about to say,
I don't know if it's necessarily just absolutely worse than Oblivion, but the systems, from what I remember, are very rough.
Yeah.
Because I never personally played Morrowind, but I did see a friend of mine who did a Morrowind run, and all the entire time I was thinking, like, God, this looks rough.
Yeah. No, I want to at least try it. I want to try it because I've never played Morrowind. I do want to try it and see if I can get through it. May put that on the list because that is on Game Pass, right? I'm pretty sure it is.
I believe so.
Yeah, I may download that and give it a shot at some point. See if I can get through it at all. But
if not, it's gonna pull up probably Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind.
Yeah, I know, right? Shout out to that. But no, shout to Oblivion though, man. Check it out. You never played Oblivion? Gotta check it out, dude. Oblivion's a goat.
Oh, did you watch the live stream when they were announcing all that stuff?
No, I was busy at work and I forgot.
Because whenever I can't think of the voice actor's name who does the Emperor.
Oh, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. That's all chat was.
Yeah, she's like, Patrick Stewart?
It's like, he's come back, Patrick Stewart. Because that was the entire chat.
Yeah, was Patrick Stewart. Yeah, shout out to Patrick Stewart, man, being the Emperor.